Good morning. It is Friday, and welcome to 5 Minutes with Phil. I'm so glad that you're with me here today. We are going to continue in Psalm chapter 1, and this time we're going to look at verse 3 to start things off here. And this is pretty cool because the mature, blessed Christian is compared to a tree. Did you know I was going to compare you to a tree today? I am. And look what the psalmist, King David says here in Psalm chapter 1, verse 3. He says, that person is like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season and whose leaf does not wither. Whatever they do prospers. Wow, now that's a pretty cool challenge to be compared to a fruitful tree. And I got a few questions to throw your way to help us evaluate where we're at in our spiritual lives and in our maturity with God. And I want you to hear these, and I'm going to try to flash them on the screen too to kind of help us out. First of all, am I producing fruit? Or am I just kind of a spectator? Listen, if you're a follower of Jesus Christ, there should be something coming from you that benefits somebody else. You are not called to just exist and then die and then you go to heaven. That's not God's plan for you at all. God has equipped you to be able to produce fruit. Now, how I produce fruit and how somebody else produces fruit, that may look totally different. But that doesn't matter. What matters is, are you producing fruit with the gifts and the abilities and the personality that God has given you? Here's another question to ask. Am I taking the initiative to become more spiritually mature? Am I taking the initiative to become more spiritually mature? Guess whose responsibility is to grow spiritually? It's yours. I'm a pastor. I have a lot of people that call me Pastor Phil, but I am only responsible for so much. You need to take the initiative for your own growth spiritually. The Bible says that we should work out our own salvation with fear and trembling. So am I taking the initiative to grow closer to the Lord? Am I trying to be at church? Am I trying to read the Bible? Am I trying to pray every day? Here's the third question. Do the difficulties of life topple me over? How easy is it for the wind of difficulty to kind of topple you down instead of keeping you solid and standing? I play at a golf course near my house, and a tornado touched down earlier in the year. And it was amazing to see how many trees toppled over, but it was also amazing to see how much, or the amount of trees that stayed standing. A lot of it dealt with the roots. If your roots are deep in God and in His Word and in the things of God, when the pressures of life blow against you and the winds of difficulty blow against you, you'll remain standing. Then the final question for us to ask is this. Do I strive for excellence in my life? The end of that verse said that whatever that person does, it will prosper. And the question to ask, I think, is do I strive for excellence in my work life, or do I just try to get by? Listen, Christian, and maybe this will ruffle some feathers of those that are listening here, but if you're one of these that just does enough to get by, I don't think you're honoring God with your life. I don't think you're honoring God with your abilities. Christians should be the hardest working, the most creative, the most dedicated people on the planet, because that is a reflection of the person that we serve, Jesus Christ. So I want to encourage you, strive for excellence in all that you do. Whatever job God's called you, whatever world God has you in. So today, be a tree. Be a strong tree that produces fruit that's not going to get toppled over initiate and strive for excellence. And I want you to take that into the weekend today. All right? God bless you. We'll talk to you later.